Good afternoon or good morning, everybody. We are now going to talk about the theme of our Hangout, which is teaching people online through video conferencing using different tools, Skype and Google Hangout. We'll have Thibaut, who's going to join us in a few minutes now, and he will talk about his own experience. Thibaut is located in Venezuela. He's French, but he's been living there for about 3 years now, and teaches people outside Venezuela to other countries, tutoring and teaching people. As far as I'm concerned, I've been a trainer, instructor, and professor at the university for quite a good number of years now. And I've been using video conferencing for about, let's say, 3 years. I did start in 2008 using MSN at the time, with one client at a time. And then the major experience I had concerning teaching people online was on the occasion of a course I delivered to people I taught in a development agency in Madagascar. And I was, while I was delivering the course, I was located in the northwest of France, 200 kilometers from Paris, and trainees were sitting in a training room located in Madagascar. So there were about 7 trainees at a time, and the sessions lasted for about 1 hour and a half with a break in the middle. I mean, no, 3 hours with a break in the middle, but I consider that's a bit long, even if there is a break in the middle, because the main difference between having students in a amphitheater or in a training room or in a classroom is that as you are teaching remotely, you must keep a permanent contact with your trainees or students. Now, we are waiting for Thibaut to join us now. And he should join us in a few minutes now. So right now, should there be anyone wanting to participate or to ask any question concerning his or her own experience on video conferencing or on teaching people online, feel free either to contact me through the chat or through the email or through the contacts you have, with all the details connected to my organization. So I think even though people have been using video conferencing to teach people, train people, either professors, educators, or corporate trainers, I think the tools are relatively recent and ever evolving, changing, developed for the better, and it's difficult to anticipate and envisage and even imagine what are all the possibilities offered to us. So now Thibaut has just joined us, so Thibaut, feel free to speak about your experience. Thibaut?
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Thibault. I would say that's already the afternoon in France.
I what?
I said, you said good morning. I said good morning, Thibault. That's already the afternoon here in France.
Yes, good morning. It's a pleasure participate at your video conferencing.
So Thibault, could you now speak about your own experience? Because I said what I did, and we were just waiting for you to join. So can you tell about your own experience?
Yes, so my name is Thibault. I'm 27 years. I come from Paris. I studied economics with a master. I live next in Brazil during 2 years, and now I'm in Venezuela for 3 years. I'm working as a teacher online of French, Spanish, and mathematics. And yes, I'm working with technology to teach French all over the world.
Thibault, concerning, I mean, what tool are you using? Do you use Skype or do you use Google Hangout?
Both, depending on the students. Sometimes the student prefers to use Hangout, other times Skype. I see that with Skype the connection for me is better, and I have more students who know Skype. So I use that. And Google Hangout is good because you can share videos as a YouTube, and to teach it's a good media.
So how could you explain that maybe the connection sometimes is better with Skype compared to Google Hangout?
I don't know. I think that Skype has more experience, and perhaps it's Google Hangout is going to improve its connection. But I saw that, and a lot of people told me about that also. That with Skype you have a better connection, but depending perhaps of the time of the day when you do that.
I think my opinion is that when I use Skype, I have noticed that the internet connection is more stable with Skype.
Yes.
Less likely to be interrupted by any, disruption or whatever. But of course, the main difference between Skype and Google Hangout is that Skype, of course, you can exchange messages and even send files online in real time, you can share your screen, but there are not so many tools at your disposal when you compare with Google Hangout, because with Google Hangouts, you can do, you have quite extended or complete set of tools at your disposal you can use, even showing a video through YouTube while you're teaching people, chatting, sharing screen, or drawing, or whatever, just to name quite a few. So I do share your point of view when you say that maybe for Google, this experience using video conferencing is maybe relatively new, and that would explain the reason why maybe they haven't worked so much on the stability of the internet connection. But I'm sure Google is a big house, is a big company, and I'm sure that even if it's challenging for them, I'm sure that there is a challenge. Could you tell us, Thibault, what it's difficult to teach people online because they are physically remote, far from, it's not very different from being sitting in the same room. What have you changed in the way you teach people to adapt to all this new technology?
Okay. Firstly, I'm living in Caracas, Venezuela, and you have a lot of cars. So when you want to give a lesson, it's a lot of transport time. So you teach 1 hour, but it's 1 hour to go there. So I guess a lot of time. I waste a lot of time. Secondly, because in with the money, it's not the same thing all over the world. So if you win in euros, it's much more interesting in other parts of the world than in the same money. And in Venezuela, you have a lot of inflation, like 50 years. So it's better to win in other money than in Bolivar from Venezuela. Secondly, and you can teach more because you don't have transport time. You don't have frontier also because you can teach all over the world. And it's good also in the level of the culture. Okay, you can teach from people from Taiwan, from Indonesia, from USA, and you have more time also, because with the house you can teach in the morning, and for the people it's in the night very late, and it's very good for him. And for me, that's fine because it's in the morning. So my availability is very, it's extending.
So if I say, if I make a brief summary, I mean, a summary is
Yes, yes.
already brief, but not to make it too long. You know, I'm French, and we are supposed to be very talkative in France, so I'll try to stick to the point. So if I sum up what you just said or explained to us, Thibault, I think the several reasons why I decided to switch to video conferencing when teaching people is that the first advantage is that you're living in a country now, Venezuela, where it's a very big country, and it's difficult to go to a student's place. And when you teach people online, you don't have to move to the place, drive to the place of your students, and then back. So it's saving time. So the second issue, the second advantage is that, of course, you said there is a major difference in the cost of living in Venezuela, and when you teach people in other places of the world where people have more income or more money to spend for a course, you see the difference between the money you spend to make a living, to live in the country, and the money you earn making a living, having students throughout the world. And then, of course, and you say there is a big difference when you are able to teach people and to be paid with a stable currency, such as the euro or maybe the US dollar. Because if you're paid with other currencies, likely to be affected by a different changing rate, of course, that makes a difference. You also say that there is a major interest in teaching people because there is the cross-cultural experience. And of course, that's very interesting and very challenging as well to be able to adapt to different cultures. Even when you teach people in French, they can be living in Switzerland or Quebec or whatever, wherever. And it's not because they speak French, even with different accents, that they have a similar culture. And the same holds true for English. And you said was another advantage as well for teaching people online is that you have flexible times. So it means you can adjust to adapt to different schedules, timetables throughout the world, even if yourself have to adapt to the changing timetables and different time. So I think that we are going to end this hangout now, because we just wanted to have a short short experience to tell people about our desire to share everyone's experience about teaching people online. So I thank you everyone watching us at this hangout, and feel free to contact us later on or right now, just after I finish this hangout, to send your comments and tell us whether you would like us to organize a new hangout. So I thank you very much for that nice experience we had with you, and I hope that you will feel free to. So Thibaut is back with us. I said I was about. I was shortly about to finish the hangout, but I think we've said maybe most of the things we wanted to say. Would you like to add a few things, Thibaut, or not? I just added while you were away for a while that part of the advantages why we decided to do people online it was the flexible times. You could offer extended time ranges to your students. Some people, you know, live in Asia or North America or wherever, and sometimes we can arrange more flexible timetables. So, and I also added that you saw that it was a very challenging experience to teach people with different cross-cultural backgrounds. So, would you like to add anything else, Thibaut, before we finish?
Yes, I think the lesson is different. You know, you have the form. It's nice because you have more transport time, etc. But the lesson is different because for me, I saw that it was dynamic. You know, because you can share videos, music, text, and you don't have to prepare this because it's in the same moment. The students say, I would like to read a text about science. You say, oh, okay, of course. And in 30 seconds, you have your text. You can correct the student when he is writing. And with the informatic, it's very nice. It's nicer for the students to see what you did. Above all, what I do, I practice a lot of the conversation, you know. And when the student speaks and he doesn't know a word or doesn't know a grammar lesson, I write it. I use Google Docs and I write each time the student doesn't know something. And for the next lesson, I ask him to learn it. And I think with the computer, it's faster to do this kind of exercise. When you are in the normal lesson, you can write all, but with the computer it's possible.
Yeah.
So I think you can add image. I asked, for instance, a caricature from the country of the students to see a little bit what is his culture and how he can speak about his country. And I saw that the lesson is more dynamic for me.
I do agree with you, but I think you're speaking mainly about an experience of tutoring. I mean, teaching someone, a single person at a time. And but I do agree with you. I had the impression that when I told the people in Madagascar, for instance, in Antananarivo, that everyone is very much aware of the importance of maintaining the contact because we are far and we are only connected to technology. It's not as when you're in the same physical classroom where you know that everyone is in the same place and that's easier. But when we are just connected through technology, everyone does his best or her best to keep contact, and I think the concentration is even better, much better, and that's the reason why one also suggests unanticipated pieces of information, such as a clip you hadn't planned to show, and that makes experience more real-time than what we usually have or do with other forms of teaching or training people.
Yes,
I do agree with you on that point. So I was saying I was just about to finish, but we added some more. I said Thibaut and I think you agree on that, Thibaut, that we are ready to organize new hangouts on the same theme or similar themes, you know, concerning our different experiences, other people's experiences. Would they, they would like to share their experiences with us? And so they must agree to contact us through the link they have connected to this Hangout. Either they can contact Thibaut, Thibaut de Lamure. It's easy to find Thibaut's details. Or contact me as well, and we'll be all the happier to organize a new Hangout, maybe better organized, with overlays, showing our names. But we know, you know now, our audience knows who we are now. I mean, Thibaut de Lamure and we hope that we have the opportunity to talk with you and to have 8 other guests directly participating in the Hangout next time. So thank you for your attention, and we hope that you'll join us in the near future. So thank you, Thibaut, for participating.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
As well. Thank you. Bye, and have a nice weekend for everyone.